I'm at the Whistler Film Festival. I'm here with Mr. Richard Dreyfuss. Richard, I'm so happy you're taking time out of your schedule to sit down with us. This is awesome. How are you loving Whistler so far? I know you're loving Whistler. Tell me about your last couple of days here.
Well, actually, I haven't really experienced Whistler, but I spent years in Sun Valley, so it's not a big shock.
No.
And it's gorgeous, and my wife went from peak to peak, and she loved it.
Are you going to do the celebrity challenge tomorrow morning, or are you?
I had an accident many years ago. I don't have any ligaments behind my left knee.
I understand. Yeah. So, I just thought maybe you could go up and watch from the ride that peak to peak gondola, not exactly participate in the
Who's
event.
participating?
It's mostly like any filmmaker or actor who's here at the festival wishes to attend. So
I'm really sorry that Tatiana is not here because she was incandescent, absolutely amazing, and it was a lot of fun, and I was looking forward to seeing her again.
And that brings me to CAS DYLAN, because I was at the premiere screening and Tatiana was here. She wasn't here last year, but she had a film here, Picture Day. I don't know if you've seen that movie yet. It's a wonderful, wonderful movie, but you guys had such like a rapport on screen. What was it like working with her? Because she seems so, you see her in the movie and she's just so like full of vivacious personality, right? And it's just amazing to watch her on screen and interact with you. So what was she like for you?
Well, there's an ice cream that Baskin-Robbins 31 Flavors has called Chocolate Mousse Royal. That's what we were. It was perfect.
That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. You guys looked like you went on like a whole road trip together. It seemed like your characters really sort of learned a lot from each other. But it seems like I just like seeing the joy of performance on screen. And of course, you're working with Jason Priestley, who's has been an actor for many years, and he's also been a very well-established filmmaker over the last years. Like, how'd you like working with Jason?
I loved it.
Yeah.
He has the best attributes that a good director should have, which is that he creates a relaxed and creative atmosphere. And he doesn't push himself and he doesn't keep himself out. And he understood the script as I understood it, as Tatiana understood it. And working with him was easy.
Yeah.
Easy.
Just, it's cool just when you have that nice rapport and set. This is a flat-out Canadian movie. I know you've made films in Canada before.
It's not a flat-out Canadian movie. You could have made this film in the U.S. Between Arizona and New York.
Oh, I agree with you. Yeah, you can make certainly this. This is a Canadian production, however, and I'm just like curious if you want to make more Canadian movies down the road.
I want to make good films.
You do.
I'm really interested in why Canadians, who I admire as a country and as people, seem to think they have to prove themselves as Canadians in the filmmaking market, when I would imagine that if you never mention the word Canada, it wouldn't matter, And so The Apprenticeship of Diddy Kravitz or this film doesn't have to be known as Canadian. And it's not that you're hiding, but if it's a problem, shut up.
Well said. I love that. Now, you've worked with so many people over the years. I could talk to you for hours on your craft and people you've worked with over the years, but is there anyone you haven't worked with yet that you'd love to, just like a filmmaker or an actor, that you would say, hey, I got to work with this guy?
Lots of people.
Yeah.
Starting with people who are dead, and but actors were, for the most part, first half of my life, the only friends I ever had. And then when I became a celebrity, I stopped having friends who were actors, and that's kind of weird.
Yeah.
And but I think that acting is one of the most uniquely ennobling arts, and I'm very proud to be an actor, and I'm very proud to have the body of work that I have. And I've never wanted to work with a specific actor or get a specific role or do a specific film, I wanted to have a body of work.
Yeah, we're here at Whistler Film Festival, and I love film festivals. I go to so many a year. Do you go to a lot of film festivals? Just on either if you work with a movie, or do you attend any?
No, I stepped away from the film business about, now it's almost about 10 years, and I went to Oxford in England for 4 years to learn the damage being done by the absence of teaching civic values in American public schools. And now I've created an American history play competition among all the regional theaters of the country, and civic clubs in parks, and a curriculum which is to reintroduce probably the most glorious birth story that any nation has. And we were, for the longest time, worthy of being the most admired country. And now we've lost it. And we've not necessarily have to get the admiration back, but we have to get the values back, or else we're done for.
Yeah, that's definitely a lot to think about. Now, so the reason I was asking that was I was just kind of curious if you had a favorite movie that you've ever seen at a film festival. If you don't have one, do you have like a favorite movie or a favorite actor? I've always kind of been curious about that about you.
I would say in the last 15 years, I was at the National Press Club, and I said that the film that impressed me the most was George Clooney's Good Night and Good Luck, which really impressed me. So I think it's the best history film made in America. Or Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane is literally a film that you could see 100 times and see something new.
I know you've been interviewed by the American Film Institute about that, and I've seen you interviewed saying how much that is your favorite movie. So we're just about out of time, but I put out like the word on Twitter because I know you're a big Twitter fan. One of my former bosses, a guy named Scott Weinberg, who he's told me you've interacted with him on Twitter, so he was kind of curious if he wanted me to ask you if you still liked him or not. He's sort of like this guy who like does he's like for FearNet, and he's a film critic like myself, and he sort of does like he has like a massive amount of Twitter.
What's the worst thing he's ever said about me?
That is, I don't know. I have to go research that, but it's probably. I'll have to tweet.
If he's someone that's versed in theater, then he wouldn't have anything.
No, he's a film blogger like me, but I'm going to definitely tweet at him later. But and my friend Jesse Carpford out of Vancouver wanted to know what about Bob? Was it hilarious or super hilarious?
To make?
Or no, just hilarious or super hilarious. That was his only question.
It's a super hilarious film. It is.
Yeah. Okay, we are just about out of time. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us,
You're
Richard.
welcome.
That's great. Thank you.